It was the going and coming that Las Vegas emphasized, not the staying. The casinos themselves explain this loss of identity, this loss of place. New York, New York, Treasure Island, Paris, Las Vegas, Monte Carlo Resort, and so on. These are the only imitations of the places they could be, where people could really visit, could actually live, but instead they have chosen to strain themselves in a city that replaces culture with nightlife, history with an idealized version of the future, and what you actually remember with what you try not to. I've seen these people and what they become in the parks and down the street, at liquor stores or bail bond shops, in alleyways and scattered down narrow avenues. I have watched my own grandfather dipping his short, meaty fingers into white cups and digging for that last essential quarter of the hundreds he had before. With every trip to any gas station, barber shop, or supermarket, I would nervously stand by as his sleek, greased-back hair became frizzy and unkempt, his large body so shrunken and feeble sitting on the metal stools in front of slot machines and poker tables, his shoulders tightening more and more as his money depleted. Las Vegas is always taking, though. I too watched as my grandparents' small, red-roofed house near the edge of the city met the same fate as every other place in Las Vegas, swallowed up by the jet blacks and blood reds of graffiti on fence posts, adobe walls, and fire hydrants. I watched as they scurried away like mice in the sight of fire, leaving 50 years of a history for the mountains and going into the cacti-ridden foothills to the northeast. Their new house was quieter, though, they said, with a golf course and a gate. The house they found was white, one-story, and simple, unidentifiable as an individual unit. It smelled of wet paint and cleaning supplies, vastly different from that of freshly baked cookies, pies, and other assorted food my grandmother loved to set out on her old kitchen counter before my family arrived. This house, though, was part of a whole. Each brick and stroke of paint and astroturf set in the front and back lawns laid out for reassurance, for uniformity, and for the presumed ability to relax and die happy in a city of constant motion. My grandfather and grandmother explained to me again and again that they had moved to get away from it all, back to the lonely quiet of their own thoughts instead of those projected from neon bulbs and billboards across a hazy distance. But even here, in what they consider total isolation, a casino is only 3 miles away.